What's this sword? My god, I stumbled on the most powerful weapon in the game. The mythic sword of pig smiting. No, really. Hello everybody, welcome to another mod showcase. Today I'm showing off the more weapons mod. This is my second mod I've made after the Dr. Stone mod. So I'm really excited to show you this. I've added multiple different weapon sets. The scythe, the katana, greatsword, and the dagger. All do slightly different things. I'm gonna show you how to make them. For the scythe you need 2 sticks right here and whatever material you want to use, like this for a diamond scythe. For the dagger you need 1 material and 1 stick. For the katana it's 1 stick and 2 materials. And this is the most expensive, the greatsword. You need 1 stick and 6 materials. And for netherite you just need to put it in the gear upgrade. Let me show off what the weapons do. Okay, first off I'm gonna show off the scythe. But the thing about it that is pretty interesting about it, when I have an enemy here and click on it, it gets pulled towards me. It's technically a pretty risky weapon because it basically pulls the enemy towards you, so you don't need to use it when you're almost dead, because it is kind of terrible for that, because you can hit yourself with it. But it has some uses, like with other mobs that are running away. Then I'm gonna show off the katana. The katana is way faster than any other weapon. It's also a normal amount of damage. The damage isn't consistent because there's so many weapons with so many materials. I will say that some are stronger than others. The thing about the katana is that it's really fast. So you can basically almost spam it. Show off the greatsword. This one is really strong, like the diamond is already 13 attack damage, more than a netherite sword. But the problem is it is really slow. It is like an axe, but slower than an axe, but also stronger than an axe. When you miss, you need to wait way longer, so it is a really risky weapon to use. Now the last weapon, the dagger. Only slightly faster, and the thing about it has also less durability than a normal sword, but it also takes less materials to make it. So I will say it is a fast, small sword. Oh no. Oh yeah, the only weapon that doesn't hit multiple at once is the scythe. That's because the scythe can also be used as a hoe. So basically it's a hoe weapon. That wasn't planned. Okay. I have also 2 other weapons that I'm gonna show off later. The musket, or just all the muskets, and the mythic sword. So let's go to the next thing. Let's show off the musket. The musket is a gun. I know all the controversy recently with Minecraft not allowing guns in the servers, but it is a classic gun from back in the day called a musket. It has a long cooldown and it can kill a zombie in like 2 shots. The way to make it a musket is pretty hard or pretty interesting. You have 3 different parts: the musket body, the gun barrel, and the musket mechanism. So the way to make it, you need to make a special crafting table, like so. That looks like so. Get also an advancement. And when you go inside of this, you see a specific table. I will say it is pretty specific where you need to put them. So the way to make the musket. So I have here the gun table. This crafting table is mostly for gun parts and mostly for the musket itself. To make the gun barrel you need to have 3 iron ingots at the top bar, like so. If it is not on the top bar, if I put it here, it doesn't work. It's only at a specific place. To make the musket body, you need to have a wood here, wood here, wood here for the musket body. And for the mechanism, which is mostly the most interesting part, you need to iron ingot there, a nugget for the trigger, flint steel, and a tripwire. If you put them together in the gun table, like so, you can make a musket. And you need bullets to make it work. To make these bullets, you just need to place one iron ingot into the gun table. You can also upgrade the musket. Oh, no, that was possible. To upgrade it, you have also a diamond version and a netherite version. And each one is stronger and stronger. So the way to make a diamond version is in the gun table. Place 4 diamonds and a musket to make a diamond musket. And for a netherite musket you need to have 4 netherite ingots. Really expensive, I will say so. Maybe I could make it less expensive. But you make a netherite musket. It's also really strong. Fun and water. Let's see how many hits it takes from a netherite. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. That was a warden, so it just dies in 1 hit. And the diamond is pretty much the middle one. Now, I have also a different weapon, a dynamite. It's basically a throwable TNT. And the way to make it is just 1 TNT in the table and make 9 dynamite. If you throw it, it's basically the throwable TNT. I've made one before in the other previous mod pack. With the paper airplane. I've added a dart pipe. When you have it in your hand, it normally shoots, maybe a little bit overpowered because you don't need anything to make it work. But it also does nothing when you hit something. So you have a normal dart and an extreme dart. The way to make the dart pipe, it is 2 bamboo and a normal dart. To make the normal dart, you need 1 feather and 1 iron ingot. To make the extreme dart, you need to have 4 normal darts. 2 red dye, a poisoned potato, fermented spider eye, and a pufferfish. This one is actually way stronger than the normal one. But the special thing about it is that it has 2 modes. If you hold it in your offhand, let's use these from a previous mod. I get poison. Basically, you can give it poison. The other opposite, you basically give a new effect to it, which allows it to unable to move for a few seconds. The new effect is called coma. With the extreme guard you can use coma 2, which is way longer. Like, let me use more. So basically zombie is pretty much unable to move for like 20 seconds. Like now he can move again. So basically it is a really strong effect. You can also use the arrows, but the problem with the arrows and the dart is that the arrows are really quick. Like the coma 2 takes like 3 seconds, 3 milliseconds, while the normal coma arrow costs like under 1 second. Besides, who uses tipped arrows? I don't even know how to make them. But about the potions. You can also give it to myself, like I'm gonna give it to, and when you have it, you can't see anything, you can't move, and you can also not jump. That's the no jump effect that you have. So basically, you're stuck for a small amount of time. Like, oh, I just gave me the longer one, like for 10 seconds more or something. So it can be really deadly in normal circumstances. And not do anything, and you get also mining fatigue, weakness, slowness, and whatever. I think for the normal coma you only get blindness and slowness, like that you can't move and jump. And for the other one you get more. But also the extreme dart is also way more expensive to make. So the way to get these effects in the bottle, you basically have, for the normal effect, you just put a dart inside. Okay, now I have it done. And I got it for 10 seconds, no jump for 10 seconds. And now if you put an extreme dart on it, you can change it to a coma 2 potion. So now I have a coma 2 potion, which is for 25 seconds. You have way more poison. So basically you can switch between them depending on if you have it in your offhand or main hand. Now I'm gonna show you a new ingot called the mythic ingot. It's really expensive because you need 1 netherite, 2 enchanted golden apples, so 2 gold apples, and 2 nether stars to make 1. You can make a sword of it, but that's for later. One thing I want to show you is the stone breaker. You can make it with 1 mythic ingot and 2 blocks of emerald and sticks. And this one isn't a normal pickaxe. I know it's a pickaxe in the weapons mod, but you can also use it as a weapon. Like it does 5 attack damage and is stronger and it's also a little bit fast. We go to survival, because sadly this doesn't work in creative. And when I break it, it breaks literally all 4 blocks around it. It also works diagonal. So it is a really nice tool to flatten out, but it's also late game because you need a mythic ingot. And that one is sort of late game, as you can see. Now we have the empty mythic sword that you can make with 1 stick and 2 mythic ingots. And it's basically the same as this sword, the mythic sword, but this one is one that you craft when you first get it. It is not that strong, it's like 6 attack, but it's slightly fast. But it is mostly an empty, weak version of this one, which is the mythic sword, which does over 9,000 damage. So that's instantly in reference, but the thing that makes this one really hard to make and definitely end game is that you need all the netherite weapons in this mod besides the normal netherite sword. The empty mythic sword, like I showed you before. The musket, netherite musket, and the extreme dart. And also one thing, the dragon egg. Which you get from the ender dragon. You have to sacrifice your dragon egg to make this. But this one is a really good weapon because it can kill any mob in 1 hit. Like this zombie. Bam, is dead. This warden is dead. I just killed a warden in a single hit. This sword is definitely the most OP sword I've ever made. And it's supposed to be OP because it requires mostly all endgame items to make it. Like, you need in total 4 nether stars and 4 golden apples. Besides all this. So you need also a lot of netherite to make each of these. It's definitely the most powerful but also the most expensive weapon in the game. There's one more thing you can do with this weapon. So if I go to creative and get a lightning rod and put the lightning rod in my offhand, when I right click I can basically smite people whenever I look at in a small range. Like I can't smite someone over there because you need to get at least some close. It is not that overpowered. Now it is overpowered, but you can do this as much as you want with it. If you're holding the mythic sword with a lightning rod in your offhand. When I do this. Didn't even hit. Well, let's do it with this one as well. The thing about these swords, I forgot to mention, is that they don't have any durability. So you can't break them. So actually the empty mythic sword is also pretty good to use as a weapon because it doesn't have any durability. And that's about my weapons mod. Hope you like it. Like and subscribe for more. I'm definitely gonna test more things out in the future. And see you next time. Please download the mod if you're interested. Goodbye.